I think that it is so important to see where your money's going. Let's have a finance chat. Comfy clothes because I've been at work all day. Beverage of choice. And of course, all of our supplies that we're going to need. All right, we've made it. We are here, the last self-care challenge of January, which is going to be a finance chat. If you hear Freddie crunching on ice in the background, I apologize. He was eating his food and I was trying to wait for him to be finished, and now he's in there crunching on an ice cube. And if you don't know, Freddie is my fur baby. Let's see. Let's see. Is that ice good? Is it good? You left a piece. I can see it shining on the floor. So anyway, I've been at work all day long, and so I don't want to make this harder than it needs to be. So we're just gonna go ahead and hop into it, and I'm going to share with you guys what Matt and I are using currently to kind of set up our budget. I've shared just a little bit about it, and I'm just going to kind of give you an update. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, I'm sipping on some Fruit Punch Body Armor because I'm just trying to make sure I stay hydrated over here. And I've got my notebook. This is the notebook that I'm trying to kind of use to track everything. And of course, the real star of the show is Notion, which is what Matt and I are trying to use as we are planning this year for budgets and things like that. In the past, we have used EveryDollar, and really that's the only other one we've ever used. And I really have no complaints about EveryDollar. Like, I think that it does a really good job. It's actually Dave Ramsey's app, and we've tried both the paid and the free version. And here's kind of my takeaways from both of those. I think number one, like, you've got to have a budget. Or at least that's just, you know, my personal opinion. I think that it is so important to see where your money's going, to have an idea of what you're wanting to spend, what you're wanting to save. And so for the longest time, we used the free version of EveryDollar. And I actually really like the free version. Like, Matt and I discussed whether or not we wanted to try something new on Notion or go back to the free version of EveryDollar, because we used the paid version of EveryDollar and really liked it. But my only thing about it is so the paid version basically is connected to your bank account, and essentially all of your purchases pop up into EveryDollar, which I've told you guys before. If you are a subscriber and you've watched my videos before, you can drag the purchases into the correct category depending on what they are. So like if you go to Walmart or Kroger for groceries and you have set a budget of X amount of dollars, you drag that purchase into that category just to kind of like keep up with it. But I just don't feel like we were using every part of the paid version of EveryDollar, because you not only got that, you got a few other things that we did not use at all. And I just didn't feel like for us it was worth it, because we were basically doing the same thing with the free version. You just can't have your bank account connected. And we were finding ourselves being very frustrated with, so your purchases don't pop up immediately on the app. And so then we would just get behind on dragging them into the correct category. And so we'd have a gigantic list of purchases that needed to be placed somewhere. And it just honestly got too overwhelming for us. I think for other people, it works really great. So I think you just kind of have to like try out different apps, different websites, whatever, until you find what works for you, which is where we are trying something new. We're using Notion. I actually found this as I believe it was free on Notion. It was just someone's template that they had created, and I am trying to make it my own. We're trying it out. I may use it for a few months and then find out that I absolutely hate it or want to make my own or try a different Notion template. But for now, it's what we're trying. When I go into it, it's called our financial tracker. And basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is why I think having a budget is important. Okay, so I'm gonna do kind of like a screen share over here of what a blank template would look like. So on the left side, you have your income. On the right-hand side, you have your expenses. And so For ours, when you get paid, you have your paycheck side, so the income side. And for us, ours is recurring income, but like you can change that if you have something else where it's like a side income or something that's not recurring, you can obviously add that. And then on the other side, it has all of your purchases, your expenses, things like that. And there are different tags that you can create. So for our tags, I have a few different ones. I have like a whole tab for coffee, groceries, giving, personal transportation, subscriptions, cleaning, restaurant, phone, electric, health, savings. I can't remember if I said that one or not. Every time we make a purchase, I go in here and I insert it into our expenses side and I tag it. So that way, at the end of the month, this is where it all comes in. I want to be able to kind of track our spending a little bit closer. I want to be able to go in and filter it out and say, okay, I only want to look at what we spent on coffee. So I can go in there under tabs and I can filter it out where I can just see what we spent on coffee. The tags allow you to do that. That way you can just kind of go in there, keep track of what you're spending, how much you're spending, and that way you can kind of see, I need to kind of cut back in that area. So essentially my whole reason for sharing this is that I feel like having your finances in check, and not even that they're perfect, because a lot of times that's just not possible, but just having a plan, I think, is such a big part of self-care, because money is a huge thing. It's why a lot of people get divorced, or it's why it causes a lot of fights between couples. And so I think being on top of that is important. And this is not me telling you that we have it all figured out and that we are perfect, because that is completely, like, that could not be more opposite from the truth. Like, I feel like over the years, we have definitely found a better system. So like, from what I've kind of seen, typically speaking, it seems like the man, or like the husband, is more in control of the finances. And I don't even mean like in charge, because in a healthy relationship, you're a team. But I think it's funny because Matt and I are like the opposite of that, because I am more of the financial person and he is not. We do work as a team, and we do sit down at the beginning of every month most of the time and kind of just discuss everything, talk about where we're at, what we're saving for, what our goals are. And I've shared that before. I actually have another Notion template from Jules Agri. I will link her down below because she has some really, really good templates. And it's like a little financial chat that you have with your partner, and you discuss all of the things. And I think it's just part of a healthy relationship. What I'm going to do is actually use my phone, and I'm going to go through our bank account really quick, and I'm just going to kind of update our expenses and put them into the correct category. Then what I'm going to do, because this is a new thing for us, I'm using our little budget notebook to kind of write down things that I want to do. So I already know one tip for next month when we go over our finances. Because it's the first time using this Notion template, I'm going to use the little tag filter at the end of the month to kind of figure out, okay, this is about what we spent on groceries. So we either need to say, okay, let's try to spend a little bit less, or like, yes, that's pretty accurate to what we need to spend, and then go from there. I feel like it'll be a little bit easier just to kind of pick that number, because we're not using every dollar anymore. And so I don't really feel like going back and looking at what we were spending. We're starting fresh. New year, new budget. So that is kind of where we're at so far. So I'm gonna use my notebook, my phone, my computer, get all caught up on finances. All right, I think we're pretty good. I wrote down just a few things on my notebook to kind of like keep in mind for the next one. So like the one I told you, we're gonna probably at the end of the month, like officially the end of the month, we're going to kind of look back at our January budget and like specifically look at groceries and gas and things like that to kind of get a baseline for about what we're spending, and see and discuss like, could we go less than that, or do we think that this is a pretty accurate number? And then our other thing is I hate to say the word schedule because that sounds so like professional, but like Matt and I need to kind of like sit down this coming Sunday and have our finance meeting. And I know that sounds like some of you may be rolling your eyes at me right now, but like it's so important. It's so important that you're on the same page with your spouse if you're married about your money. And Matt and I do share a bank account. It works really well for us. So we have our monthly finance meeting and we try to make it fun. Like last month when we had our finance meeting, I made like this whole little snack board of like, we had some Trader Joe's snacks on there and I made like a cheese dip. Like we try to make it fun and we didn't spend forever on it, but it is where you do, like you just discuss like how you're doing. And let me just share like a few of the things. I know this is like turning into a really chatty vlog, but like if you are really needing some finance tips, like I feel like that you will benefit from this. So let me just share with you a few of the things. Like I said, I'm gonna link this down below. It's from Jules Acree. So like if I pull up January, for example, we have like our gratitudes at the very beginning, and also like we have a quote. Matt and I came up with a quote that we wanted to do at the beginning of every meeting, which is kind of like an affirmation. And it's like, we will become financially independent. So we like say that to each other. And then our gratitudes, we each kind of gave something that we were grateful for from the month of December, the last time we did this. And then we have worries and solutions. So like an example from hers was worried about our monthly spending. Okay, well you can't just say you're worried about it. What are you going to do to fix it? So for us, we also put, we were worried about our monthly spending, which was back in December. And we noticed that, like, we kind of gotten a little bit out of control, and not just because it was the holidays. I mean, I'm sure that was part of it, but like, I just was buying a lot of like sweat sets or like cozy loungewear sets. So anyway, we came up with a solution for a no spend January, and we kind of specified what that meant for us. And it was no clothing. So like neither one of us has been able to buy clothing. I can't buy jewelry, shoes, hats. We can't do random Target trips, you know, where we don't like have to buy something specific. No useless Amazon spending. So like no random Amazon purchases. Matt like loves Legos and Pop Funkos, so like nothing like that. So that was our solution. We've done that this month. I had to think about it for a second. And then from your last meeting, you copy and paste your action items. So for us, we had 5 action items, which was basically, they're just things that you need to do. So one of ours was call Disney and find out our remaining balance on our trip that we have coming up in April. So we put Matt's name by that one. Like he was in charge of that one. We had on here begin making our payments to Disney because that's what we're doing. We're narrowing down the card that we want to buy and places to do that from. And then cancel every dollar. So like we have an action item and someone who's in charge of it. And then what we'll do is check it off before we do our next one. And then you do like things to discuss. So for us, we had 3 big things that we needed to discuss from last one. So it was tithe, we had to discuss our no spend January, and vacation. And at the very end, I love what she includes. It's called your finance flossing. So it's just like thought starters for the meetings. Is our current spending and savings serving the lifestyle we want to live? How do we feel about our current budgets? Any upcoming big purchases? Any subscriptions we should cancel? What is our top spending category? Does this feel aligned with what we value? Can we increase our automated savings/investments? So anyway, I really enjoy that. Matt and I are hopefully going to be really consistent on staying with that. We started it last year, and I wouldn't say that we were super consistent. So definitely on it. We've already had our one at the beginning of January, and now Sunday we're gonna have our one for our meeting for February. All right, we're moving on to the things that I've been loving and hating. Like always, I have more things that I've been loving than hating, and I'm trying to be really good about that, like really thinking through, is there anything that I've been hating? So I'm gonna share a few. Hello, pretty. And we're just gonna go ahead and start with the one that I have been hating. And I wanna say disliking, not hating, because I don't know that I like necessarily hate this. But, okay, here we go. Things that I've been hating / disliking. All right, so this is the Honest Beauty Eyebrow Gel. And here's the thing. I do like it for the fact that it has clean ingredients. It received a really good score on the EWG scale, which is very important to me if you didn't know. And I've been really trying to find better makeup that has clean ingredients. And this one does do that. I can't. I tried really hard. I do I have a lot. Pretty much all of my makeup is Honest Beauty, other than my Juice Beauty foundation, but all my other makeup is just about Honest Beauty. and I really like it, but I just feel like this is really expensive for this small tube, because this right here, like that's where the product is, and the spoolie, if you can see it, and the spoolie is just really small, if you can tell, and I just don't feel like it does a fabulous job. Oh, I hate to say that because I really do love and appreciate the fact that it's clean ingredients, but I just feel like for the price, I probably will not repurchase this. So I actually, because I was so tired of it, I actually went and got the NYX, or like the NYX brand, because it just does such a fabulous job. Now, I don't know what the ingredients are, so don't love that, but that's just one thing that I have been disliking. All right, and now I have quite a few things that I've been loving that I want to share. Another Honest Beauty product. So I have actually raved about my Honest Beauty mascara. I love the Honest Beauty mascara, and this one's a new one for me. So this is their volumizing mascara. The one that I've shared in the past is for length. It's the lengthening mascara, but this one I absolutely love. It comes in a container like this, and on this side you have your primer, but if you can see, the primer is actually blue, and the technology behind that, the dark blue is supposed to bring out the black in the mascara, like to make it darker. And then on this side, I love the spoolie. Oh my gosh, it's just so great for lengthening. Like, look how big that is. I love it. So this one has become my new favorite Honest Beauty mascara. I still like the other one because I think it would be great for like your bottom lashes, because to be honest with you, I haven't even put mascara on my bottom lashes because it would be kind of hard with this one. This is really random, but Touchland, Germex, anybody else, I don't know why. I saw Sydney Adams also posted about how she loves this stuff, and it's the packaging. I think the packaging gets me. And again, like, I don't know about the ingredients, but gosh, I love this stuff. I keep it in my makeup bag, and it smells so good. Anyway, random, I've been loving it. Revive essential oils. Okay, so I'm new to this. So here's two random ones that I picked. We actually ordered quite a few, but this one's the Purify and Immunity Boost. I love oils. We were ordering from Young Living for the longest time, and they're so stinking expensive. Like, I love them. I think that they're fabulous, but like, I don't want to say too much about Revive because like it's still fairly new for us, but all of the oils that we ordered, we have been loving, and they are still just as good. They're like, from what I've seen on the website, like they're still just as pure. It's not like one of those MLMs, you know, like where you're having to order through somebody. Like, you literally just go to the website. I made an account. I ordered our oils. I actually got our elderberry gummies from them. And they also make a Thieves concentrate. It's not called Thieves. It's their Immunity Boost concentrate. So it's like the Thieves that I've been buying for my sprays to clean with, but they have their own version. So I'm very excited to try that next. And then the last thing, because I know that I am getting a little bit rambly, it's a hair dryer. This is super random, but over Christmas break, our hair dryer that we've had for a while died, like on vacation or right before we went on vacation. So I ordered this one and I love it. It kind of looks like a Dyson, but it's not. And it was not too expensive. I want to say maybe it was $40. That sounds right. I'll link it down below, but it's very small, very compact, and it really packs a punch. Like, it dries my hair really fast, and it lights up blue in the middle or like on the inside when it's drying your hair. And it comes with these little magnetic attachments. So I like to use that part when I'm drying my hair to kind of like get it to straighten or like do whatever. All right, you guys, I'm sorry. I feel like that ended up being way chattier than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna go ahead in this vlog. I'm gonna make some dinner, and I've got a few school things that I wanna work on tonight by choice, not because I have to, by choice. You know, I'm really big on that. Like, I don't bring a whole lot of work home, but it's something that I do want to do tonight. So anyway, if you made it this far in the video, God love you. Like, you are amazing. Thank you so much. It would mean the world to me if you stuck around. So hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. If you joined in on these challenges, That's so amazing. I hope that they brought you a little bit of joy in your life, some motivation. And yeah, we did it. We made it through all of our challenges: Life Admin Day, Self-Care Day, our finance chat, and our decluttering and organizing. So I feel refreshed. I feel like we got some good things done, and yeah, very happy with it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality.